on, Man Caveaholics? I know you guys haven't seen that many videos from me lately. I had been on vacation for the past couple weeks, kind of just taking it easy, and as you can see there in the background, that's Two-Face with the cloud body on it, but I'm not sure I showed you guys these things yet, but I think I'm finally going to get around to it. Yes, the truck is sitting with a ton of tires on it. That's because I was experimenting something, which I will show you also in a second, what I was experimenting on. But I know everybody is very, very, very sought after those jack stands right there. Now let me show you a close-up of one of these things. Here's the actual jack stand. It is a Torin Big Red Jacks. It's a miniature jack stand. But what's cool about it is I set all the tools aside and give you guys a better angle. Ooh, deathly quiet. What's cool about these jack stands is they do ratchet up. And they do come down. Now the only thing that you can pair a jack stand with would have to be a hydraulic floor jack. So I'm going to zoom back out for you guys. We have a Torin fully functional miniature jack, which by tightening it down, it fully functions. Comes to the top, twist the handle like a real jack, and down. It is full roller, it's the race style. I know those things are sought after largely on eBay. And when they do come on eBay, you're going to be paying out the yin-yang for them. So I decided to skip the BS middleman stuff and went straight to the source. I bought 4 pairs of jack stands, which of course pair means 2. 4 pairs of jack stands and 2 of the hydraulic jacks, and this is from a hobby shop in Germany. I wish I had one of their cards laying around because I could show you where to get them. I'm sure by the time I edit this, I will put the link to the place in the post. Now granted, you're going to be paying in euros, which if you're in the United States, the euro to US dollar currency exchange rate is, the euro is 1.556 US dollars more than a US dollar. So, point being in this, the jack stands, when you find them, usually go for about $60 a pair. I paid $14.99 euros a pair for the jack stands, and I only paid 39 euros a piece for the jacks. I've never seen the jacks on eBay. I've seen the jack stands a few times, but all in all, with international shipping, that's the only thing that really bit me in the butt. I paid $236 for 8 jack stands and 2 jacks. But I don't want to take away from what this video is really about. I mean, I really should have filmed the build series on this, but I was just too excited to get it done. You guys know that I've been talking about building a semi-trailer. But what good is a semi-trailer if you don't have the semi? Now this right here, folks, is a Tamiya King Hauler 1/14 scale tractor trailer. This is obviously modeled after the Peterbilt 379 because I have experience in driving trucks, so I've driven a few Pete 379s in my day. Now what's awesome about this model is it has all the chrome goodies on it, the lights. Now of course, the multi-function control unit is separate. It's another $350 for that, so I just went ahead with no lights because I do have a box that I can wire all the lights if I really wanted to. I could light everything up on it, all the cab clearance lights, the turn signals, but I wouldn't have functional turn signals. They'd work just as markers. But you do get a real mesh grill. It's chrome plated plastics, so same thing with the air cleaners. The mirror stands are actually metal. The heat shields for the exhaust are metal. The actual exhaust stack parts are metal. Little grab rails to get up on the side. You got a grab rail back here. And the antenna they gave you was way longer than this. It probably would have come up to about right there. I think I threw out the other half of it because it was just ridiculously high. But to give it a good scale look, it is a true 8-wheel drive. Both axles are powered. Let me go ahead and flip this over so you guys can see. There is a double pinion connector there, which goes from your primary drive axle to your secondary. And then there's a long drive shaft that runs from your transmission to your primary. Another cool feature about this is the kingpin stays in a locked position until you move that. It's rod actuated. Truck slides up underneath it, and as a matter of fact, I believe under tension it'll self-load itself. So let's do a little test here. Let's run a screwdriver up in here. Yep, kingpin will lock on its own. Of course, trying with a flat blade screwdriver is not going to get you the results you want. Yes, it will load itself. Now to de-hitch it, you just pull that out. But what's really cool is, you know, with all Tamiyas, they're all hard bodies, and like the Tundra over there, oh crap, wasn't supposed to show that yet, but the Tundra, they're all hard bodies, and the bodies are screwed to the frame. Well, the battery in this sits in where the bed would be in the sleeper. So does my receiver and my ESC. But see these two bolts here and this handle? Boom. Instant access to your battery, your ESC. My receiver's sitting way up front though, because I kept that far enough away. The receiver, or the power lead for my speed controller wasn't long enough to fit into the factory hole, which is right back here. So it's good enough that I just have to take 2 screws and loosen it. But this truck hauls ass in high gear. Low gear is still pretty fast, but high gear is insane. And the Tundra, of course, you can see the Tundra is like a freaking monster truck compared to it. So you do know that is a 1/14 scale and that is a 110. But don't forget also I have the 4-link kit on it. The 110mm RC 4-wheel drive shocks. So that does bring the height back up. If I really wanted to, I could take some stock SCX 10 shocks and lower the truck down, seeing how I put the 1.9s on it for right now. I took the big 2.2 TSL Super Swampers off because I do have a flatbed trailer on the way, as well as I was so impressed with this truck that I bought its sister, the Night Hauler, which that one, in trucker terms, the Night Hauler is a Freightliner Coronado. I want to say it's Coronado, because the way it's got the flares out here, it's set up just like a Freightliner Coronado. And I will be getting a boom pole trailer for that one, so I'll have a flat deck for this and a boom pole, so I'll have 2 of these trucks. The only thing I had to spend for, or I didn't have to spend anything on this truck, it was just the kit. Actually, no, I take that back. The only items I had to buy to complete this truck, because I didn't have them laying around, was 2 servos. Because we all know that with the shifting and the steering, you have your servos, which on this, they're mounted right under the front. So it's a direct link to the tire rather than having that weird bent linkage like they normally do. This one has direct. So it's got the 3-speed transmission, it's got the steering servo. Those are the only 2 items that I had to buy for it besides the kit itself. Now this one was painted old school. This is the champagne that I used on the BC Bronco. I was going to do black. I was tossing a bunch of color schemes around, but needless to say, I ended up going old school with it to give it that look. So there you guys go. That's just a little A little bit of what's been going on here. The scale truck still has to be done. I've got everything. The Summit over here, I still have yet to get a video of it out running. I've heard lots of people complaining about the Summit, saying that if you hit it once hard on something, it's going to break a lot of stuff. Well, I was in third gear, or high gear, with the diffs unlocked, slammed into a tree, didn't do a damn thing to it. So it's actually a pretty tough truck, and every time I drive it, I like it even more. The only thing that did happen to it when I hit the tree was I knocked one of the shock caps loose, which no big deal. Just I took the shocks off of the turnbuckles. As you can see, it's sitting up pretty damn high right now because I've got the shocks screwed, the tensioners are screwed about halfway down. So it gives it that high center, but it still will flex all the way down. Now that truck is an absolute brute. We've got Mad Dog Madigan's old SCX, which I've flopped over to a 2.2 crawl scale vehicle for clearance. That one's actually going to be in a mud pit video coming up soon. But there you guys go. There's a little update for now. I'll be doing a build series on the trailer, and I will be doing a build series on the night hauler, seeing how I was too preoccupied in getting the King Hauler done. Alright guys, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed. As always, hit like, subscribe, rate, comment. Love it, hate it, either way you still rate it. I'm out.